Good morning, and welcome to this semi-live broadcast of Three Country Ride to Cure Breast Cancer, presented by SpotLink and benefiting the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Today, as part of our daily morning Mingle series, we have the pleasure of speaking with Thomas Hintz, Site Superintendent of the Lincoln Trail State Park. Thank you, Thomas, for being here today.
Thanks for coming.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the Lincoln Trail State Park?
Lincoln Trail State Park is a little over 1,000 acres. We have a 146-acre lake in the center of it. And it was named after a pathway that the Lincoln family took from Kentucky through Indiana through Illinois, and where they settled finally in Illinois.
Okay.
So this is kind of the beginning of that Lincoln Trail within Illinois.
Oh, wow.
And so Abraham Lincoln did pass through this area, and we've got a 208 site campground, and a lot of people love this park.
Very beautiful. How would you describe the state park to someone who hasn't been here before?
Well, the focal point is our lake. People love our lake here. It was built in 1956, and it's great fishing here, really clean water. It's a really fun lake. It's not so big where there's large motorboats going past all the time. There's some smaller boats that can be in here, and kayaking and canoeing is a lot of fun. People love to come here and camp, and they also love to come out and see some of the nature. We've done a lot of ecological restoration out here and brought back a lot of the native wildflowers and flora and animals that are from Illinois.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do in your daily job as superintendent of the park?
Well, it's a lot of administration, but what we do is it's really seasonal. Through the summertime, we take care of the campground, we take care of the lake. A lot of campers come in, so there's a lot of making sure that people are in the right campsites and such. Then in the wintertime, we also have bow hunting here, and people love to bow hunt out here because it's just such a beautiful place with a lot of really mature oak trees and such. And so it keeps us busy year-round. And we also, at certain times of the year, in the spring and the fall, we do a lot of prescription burning, and that's really done wonders for this site, doing a lot of prescription burning.
What is prescription burning?
Well, we find areas that we're going to do burns. We light them on fire purposely, and we fight fire with fire using the wind conditions, and the weather has to be just right. And historically, Illinois, almost all of it burned, mostly by Native Americans starting it, so we're kind of recreating that ecological process. And when that happens, we kill off a lot of the non-native stuff and bring back the native stuff.
Wow, that's really neat.
It is, it's great.
Yeah. Of course, the reason we're doing this ride is to cure breast cancer and raise money for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Is there anything about our cause that is personal to you?
Well, my mother had breast cancer, and now she's in stage 4 cancer. So, so I'm going to see her this weekend. Of course, it's Mother's Day, but and they put her on some experimental drugs, and she's lived 3 years longer than they expected her to. But she's Southside Chicago Irish. It's very difficult to bring them down. So.
Okay, we'll send her our best.
We will.
All right, so we're heading to Greencastle from here. Is there any advice you have for our journey today?
Well, I can tell you that you're going to be taking Route 40, which is the very first road built by the nation, by the U.S., the national road. It started in Cumberland, Maryland, and came all the way through the east, through Pennsylvania, through Ohio, through Indiana, and wound up and ended here in Illinois at Vandalia. So,
got a little ant there, okay.
That's all right. So as you're leaving Marshall, you're going to look to your right, and you're going to see a brick road, and that is the original pathway of the original national road. Route 40 basically replaced it around in the early 50s, and then Route 70 in the 70s replaced that. But we still have remnants of the original national road right here in Clark County.
And when was that built?
It was commissioned in 1806 by Thomas Jefferson. It was commissioned for Illinois in April of 1818, and then Illinois became a state in December of 1818, and it came through Marshall in 1827.
Wow.
So you can probably take your bikes right on that road for that little stretch. It's all bricks. You'll see it.
That's real American history there.
Yeah, it is. It's really good American history. We're hoping to make that a bike trail someday here in Clark County.
Looking forward to that.
Yes.
Okay. Final question. Is there a weird fact you know and want to share?
Well, we have the Jefferson salamander that lives here. That's a an endangered species,
Okay.
and we've actually have a we've done a reproduction type program where we've built some little ponds, and it's doing real well. That's not weird, but it's kind of a neat fun fact. So yeah.
Okay, well, great. Well, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, well, thank you so much for this. We really enjoyed it. Thanks.
Appreciate you coming out.
All right, we're going to hit the road now. Catch us for our noon Live from the Road update and our 8 p.m. recap. And remember, this is the last time we're going to be in Central Time. Starting with our noon update, we'll be in Eastern Time. Talk to you then.